Bacolod City is an Ilongo city. It's that's the main language of Bacolod City. I spent about 6 months there as well. That was well, it may have been the largest city. I'm not sure which is bigger, Bacolod or Iloilo. Iloilo's on a different island. It's on the island of Panay. Now it's in its own mission. But Bacolod City was quite a large city. They had a lot of the modern conveniences. I lived on the third floor of an apartment building, and we covered two areas, well, a ward and a branch, Magsungay and the Bacolod Third Ward. And I was zone leader at the time, and so I got to work in a number of areas throughout the city, working with the other missionaries in the zone. And I was in charge of finances, so I spent some time in the office as well, dealing with the financial end of things for the zone. The city was very different. In the more rural areas, you could walk everywhere. It didn't take long to get from place to place, even on public transportation. In the city, it would take a very long time to ride the public transportation just to get a few blocks away. The routes were set and they were slow, and because they would stop and pick up anybody that wanted to be picked up, and they were dropping people off at every corner or, you know, in between. When you ride on the jeepney and you want to get off, you just bang on the roof and say, "We're getting off," and they stop, you pay, and you get off. If you want to catch a ride, you just flag them down and they stop and pick you up. So it can take quite a while to get anywhere. That slowed us down quite a bit. Most of the people in the city lived in cement homes, apartment buildings, things like that. The poorer people, there are squatter areas where people would just build with whatever they could. We taught in a home that was right next to a sewage canal that was made out of cardboard boxes, sheet metal, anything they could find and put together. The air was so bad that if you got a cut, it would become highly infected just from the air in the area. So it was not a really pleasant place. So you had a mix of really low quality living standards and then everything up to very nice. We had some members that were quite well off and lived in nice gated homes, and it was quite a contrast. They don't really have, you know, sites and places to go and things like that. The plazas are about as good as it gets, and you know, they don't. It's not like other countries where we have landmarks, things to go look at, things to go do. As a tourist, there really wouldn't be much to do or much to see. You could go look at, you know, they do have some old buildings, old architecture. In one of my areas, there was a cathedral or a Catholic church that dated back about between 400 and 600 years. So they do have some old architecture. They were ruled by the Spanish for about 400 years, and so there's some strong Spanish influence, and you can see that in some of the architecture. But it's not really a touristy place. Everyone just does their own thing. They go about their business and their life, and that's pretty much it.